I think every single one of you can agree that every man, every guy wants to be jacked, wants to be strong, wants to be big, but also you want to have money, you want to be rich, you want to have girls, you want to have more respect and more power. Because let's be honest, in today's world, just being in shape, it's not enough. I can tell you from personal experience, you need to improve in other areas in life. I just bought this Rolex a couple days ago at the age of 20, and it's not that that was anything impressive. It cost a little bit more than $10,000. And I'm not trying to flex on you. I'm not trying to, be cocky or anything like that. It's not even that impressive. But what is actually impressive, and what I figured out that most of my rich friends were impressed, was not by the watch, but it was because of I was somehow able to, manage to do well in business, manage to make money while still looking like a bodybuilder, while still being in a really, really good shape. And you don't want to end up like one of these guys who are rich, who have a lot of money, but you're fat, and like all the girls and all the friends you have around are only with you because of your money. At the end of the day, you're not even gonna be satisfied, you're not gonna feel happy. But on the other side, nothing bad against Sam Sulek. I think he's a really great guy, but I'm just giving an example. You don't also want to be one of these gym guys who just go to the gym and you end up 45, you're jacked as fuck, but you never done anything in business, you never made any money, you just purely just have muscles and nothing else. You haven't improved in other areas. And as a man, again, you need to be good at our areas. You need to be successful, you need to have money, and you need to be in good shape. Most of you guys probably see like all these influencers or bodybuilders and fitness models that they do have both, but that's a very specific case because they do make their money from looking good. And I can tell you 99% of you, if you just go to the gym and you look good, you're not gonna end up making your money or making a lot of money from just going to the gym. That's super low chance, and it's way harder to make money from training and going to the gym than it's to make money from business, make money from sales, or make money from your job. So how can you do both? How can you find the happy medium? Because guys, everyone wants to be big and strong. Everyone wants to have the Chris Bumster physique and be rich at the same time. And that's what I want as well. That's nothing bad about it. So most people find themselves again between being ripped and poor, or between being skinny and fat, out of shape but rich. How do we find the happy balance? And how I was able to actually find balance between, doing good in business, making money, staying productive, while still going to the gym and having free time for training and looking good. Because most of you think that going to the gym and looking good takes a lot of time, and you need to either do both. You either have to focus so much on your diet and training, and then you can focus on your work and making money, or if you focus on work and making money, then you're not gonna have time to train. And for your dad, by the age of 20, I was able to build a good body and build a business and make money. So there's no excuses, and I'm gonna show you exactly my routine, how I train, and how I do my diet and nutrition in terms of finding that balance between business and fitness. So that probably plays the biggest role here, because if when you're going to the gym, you probably know when you eat carbs, when you eat a lot of food, it's really good. You get strong as fuck. Your veins are popping up. You get crazy pumps. You're getting way better progress eating carbs, eating that rice and chicken, and overall, just eating a lot of carbs. But the problem with that is, and eating, 3, 4, 5 times a day, you have to waste a lot of time on cooking or prepping meals, or just eating 5 times a day. On average, let's say you eat for 30, 40 minutes. That's like 2, 3 hours just for eating, plus prepping and maybe washing and then getting ready, going out, buying the food. You waste at least 4 to 5 hours a day eating. And as someone who wants to, succeed in business, you understand that every hour is money, every hour is super valuable. And what is wrong about the bodybuilding that is they eat a lot of carbs, and carbs really fucked up with your mind and with your focus. After you have a big meal, especially after training, if you eat some carbs, you just get so lazy, your brain doesn't work well, you just have that strange brain fog, and you can't do any work. So that was, for me personally, was the biggest struggle combining bodybuilding and gym with business, was actually eating, because I was so used to eat 4 or 5 times a day with carbs that I just constantly, I was so lazy, I had that brain fog, and my mind didn't operate the right way that you need if you actually want to succeed in business, if you want to make money. Your mind needs to be way sharper and you need to have way more focus. So how I find the balance was with carnivore and keto diets. So this is something in between. I eat only meat, eggs, nuts, butter, and fish. Meat, eggs, butter, and fish. It really makes a big difference in terms of business, because you don't get any brain fog, you don't get that crash after eating the carbs, and at the same time you can build a lot of muscles. You get super lean on that diet, so you stay super lean. You build a lot of muscles because you're eating a lot of protein, and at the same time, you don't have the brain fog and wondering what to eat. You just eat the same stuff, just meat, eggs, fish, some butter, every day the same stuff, so you don't have to waste time on prepping and wondering what to eat. So it saves a lot of time, so you have more time focusing on your goals, on your dreams, on your business, making money, which again, it's super important. You need to focus on our areas of life. I wake up, I go on my board, and from the night before I go to bed, I write goals for the next day. So I write, okay, I need to call this guy, I need to make 5 sales, I need to fix this issue in my business, I need to do that. And I write my goals before I go to bed. So the next morning, wake up 6 a.m., I check my board, and I need to finish all of my goals in the 8 hours I'm basically fasting. So I try to eat no food. I'm just on coffee, water, maybe sparkling water with lime. But yeah, just water and black coffee. No sugars, no food, nothing. 8 hours fast. If you can do I would recommend you, if you're gonna eat carbs, at least don't eat any food 8 hours. So wake up early and do all of your work. Doesn't matter what type of business you're doing, what your work, until you don't finish the most important word for today. Just don't eat, and then go to the gym, then start eating your carbs and bullshit. But again, if you want to optimize as much as possible in business, you need to be on this diet. You need to fast for 8 hours in the morning, and the only time that I eat something is a little bit of fruit before training. If you don't eat any carbs, you just feel a little bit flat, and you're not gonna get as crazy pumps. Even though after the second week, when you hop on this diet, the first 2 weeks is terrible. You have no energy because your body is just, what the fuck is going on? Your body is so used to getting the energy from the carbs. So as soon as you cut the carbs, you have no energy for 2 weeks. But then you get into that ketosis state, so which means your body starts to get his energy from the fat, from the meat. So you're gonna get pumps. Everything is good. I still get crazy pumps. You can see even now my veins are popping in without even working out. I'm obviously super lean because of this diet, but if you're gonna eat any carbs, I would say just eat a little bit of fruit before training. Yeah, you're gonna get the pump. You'll be good. That's the only thing I'm sometimes breaking my diet is with some fruit before training, if I really want to get a crazy pump and have a lot of energy in my training. Super big change. Work is way easier, focus is way easier, reading books and all that stuff is just way easier when you're in this diet. So this is the most important thing. And now is, how do I train exactly? So how I structure my weight training is, again, I just train 3 times a week because I don't have time to train every day. Again, this is how you should optimize and find the happy balance between the gym world, the fitness, looking good, and the business and being productive, making money, and all that stuff. So 3 times a week is more than enough to train. And what I do is I do less volume, but I focus a lot on strength. Less volume, I mean I don't do 6, 7, 10 exercise. I don't train 6 times a week, and I don't do 4 or 5 sets. I go there, I just train 3 times a week, super low volume. I usually do around 3 working sets and around 4 exercise 5 maximum 3 times a week. But I train super heavy. I train with super heavy weight, and I always train to failure. There's no point of making a set if it's not going to be to failure. Obviously, you can make 1-2 sets warming up. As soon as you warm up, all the other sets is basically as heavy as I can, and I go to failure. And I use the reverse pyramid system. So it's basically you start with the heaviest weight you can do and you then scale it down. A lot of people do it wrong. They do it the opposite way, but I found for myself this works way better, and you build way more strength. Obviously, make sure you warm up before that. This is working sets. I'm not talking like don't go to the gym and pick up on the bench and pick some super heavy weight and then start lifting 6 to 8 reps. Don't get me wrong. Warm up as soon as you feel you warm up good. Your warm up have nothing to do with your training. You do your warm up, and then this is the working set. You start with 6 to 8 reps until failure. You pick the heaviest weight you can, do the shoulder press, the bench press, the bicep curl, whatever you want. The heaviest weight you can do between 6 to 8 reps. So you need to make sure you put heavy enough weight that you 100% go to failure between this rep range. Then the next set you go 8 to 10 and 10 to 12. That's it. Just do 3-4 exercises like that, focusing on strength. Super heavy weight. Make sure you're progressing in strength and you're getting stronger. So even if you're not eating carbs, if you're focusing on your strength, you're eating enough meat, you're getting enough protein. If your strength is staying up, you're not going to lose the muscle. You're going to be good. So you finish this workout in 30-40 minutes, go back to work. Only 3 times a week. So you have way more time. And the other good thing about that is when you train like a power lifter, you tend to burn way less calories because you're not doing that much reps. You're basically training more for strength, which means because you're going to be on the carnivore diet and you're not going to be able to eat carbs because of the brain fog of the business, it's going to be hard for you to eat 3, 4, 5,000 calories as you're used to as a gym guy. So when you're on meat, it's going to be really hard for you to eat more than even 3,000 calories, 2,500 calories. So training this way and burning way less calories really helps. You need to make sure you're not burning too much calories in your training because you're not going to be able to eat that much. Otherwise, if you do cardio, if you do super drop sets and do a lot of sets, you're going to burn a lot of calories. And when you combine that with the meat only diet, you're not going to be able to eat almost any calories, so it's just not going to work. So focus on strength, less volume, and eating the diet. Shoulder, arms, chest and back and legs. That's it. 4 or 5 exercises per training. 3 working sets, super heavy. That's it. So this is how, boys, you can make that happy balance in your life between gym and fitness and, looking super good while still focusing on your business, because that is really what is important. It's not impressive having a lot of money and having a Lamborghini when you're, 45 and you're fat. Trust me, it's not impressive. And also it's not impressive to have a big arms, but you're flat broke and you're working your 9 to 5. Girls are not gonna like you much even if you're just fat, 45, have, a couple of millions and Lamborghini. And also if you're flat broke but just jacked, still not gonna like you much. You need to find a balance. You need to build a lot of muscle, look good while still, making money and focusing on your business. If you want to truly feel happy as a man in today's age, you need to just, be good in our areas. You need to have good friends. You need to have good network and brotherhood. You need to be healthy. You need to know how to fight, how to make money, have a business. You need to improve your dating. You need to have a good relationship with your family. You need to have the full stack or you're not gonna feel truly happy. So hope that helps, and hope I change the mind of the people who, they're out of shape, but they have money, so now they need to get in shape. But their excuse is that, getting in shape is so hard. It's not worth for me because it takes so much time. It doesn't. It's just excuses. You can easily, again, I'm 20 years old. I managed to, literally a couple of days ago, I'm not bragging, I managed to buy a $10,000 Rolex while still, looking like that. So you can definitely combine both worlds. My best friend that I'm living with right now, he is literally making more than $100,000 a month from his business profit, and he is jacked. So you need to be that rich, ripped, rare because that's what makes you rare. That's what's gonna make you super different. Just having money, it's not gonna make you any different. A lot of people have money, it's not that impressive. But having money and looking good and being young, that's actually what is impressive. So thanks for watching this video, lads, and see you in the video tomorrow. Peace.